Hi guys, welcome back to Prem Talk. Yet another video, and this is going to be a preview of Chelsea at St James Park against Newcastle today, 2 p.m. For a minute, they actually thought the game was at 4:30 until I got shocked when I was rechecking on the time of the game and found out it's at 2 p.m. So this is just going to be a quick preview of the game where I'll give you guys my predicted lineup and we'll talk about where we should have the edge if we are to win this game. So welcome guys to the video and let's get into it. So first things first, we do play Newcastle at the table. Currently, we are level on points with them, and we are currently in fifth. And after yesterday's results, where Man City unexpectedly dropped points away at to Southampton, so we do have a chance here that we make this victory and we should be able to get to third place by close of the day. So it's a big game for Chelsea. It's a big game too for Newcastle. So we are going to have to be very careful, do our job quick. The best times to score goals is in the first half. Make it early, get a, if possible, just get a 2-0 lead by the time we get to halftime, and then now you can control the game from there onwards in the second half and whatnot. So Newcastle being at home for this tie, I do anticipate that they will come at us really hard. I anticipate a good game from their wingers, be it Anthony Gordon, whether he'll start, be it Jacob Murphy, or I do believe he's injured. It might be Harvey Barnes and Anthony Gordon starting the game, so we have to be careful on those fronts. Uh, I believe although I'll come to the lineups, the two guys who are going to play at fullbacks are going to have to be very mindful of their tasks, that they may not get beat by the two tricky wingers in Harvey Barnes and Aaron Gordon. And also with Newcastle possessing the current second top scorer in the league in Alexander Isak, we are going to also have to be careful with him. So they do pose a lot of threats. And another place where the battle should determine where the game will be won is the battle in midfield, where it will be pitting our Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Romeo Lavia, with Joelinton, Bruno Guimaraes, and Sandro Tonali. But I do believe Joelinton is injured, so I don't know who they'll put there, but I know it shall be an industrious man, probably Sean Longstaff. But we are going to have to be careful, because if we win that midfield battle, I do believe that we can get at their defense, and certainly we can get a few goals past their goalkeeper. So we are going to have to be clinical with our job in what we do. We do not have to play well really there. As I mentioned, we are at the stage of the season where it's all about results. So even if you're going to go there and scam your way to a 1-0 victory, to a 2-0 victory, so be it. Let's just get the job done, and we'll get the plaudit after the game is done. So uh, at this juncture, I'd love to now get into the starting lineup that I believe should get the job done, and Enzo Maresca should pick this lineup. So in goal, it's going to be Robert Sanchez. I believe the argument I was making before of Philip Jorgensen being given an opportunity seems to have gone down the drain. So Robert Sanchez starts in goal for this one. The two fullbacks are going to be Moises Caicedo and Marc Cucurella on the left, Caicedo's on the right. Sadly, Rhys James misses out here. Then the two centre backs are going to be Chalobah and Levi Colwill. That back four and Robert Sanchez in goal should be able to deal with the threats that Newcastle should possess, and we need to be able to keep that clean sheet because I believe we have been on a run of 7 clean sheets in our last 8 games. So may that form continues. So that is the back four that I will go for. Robert Sanchez in goal with Moises Caicedo, Marco Correa as the fullbacks, and Chaloba and Levi Colwill as the two centre backs. Into midfield we go. It's going to be Romeo Lavia and Enzo Fernandez. Very wonderful to have Romeo Lavia back. He did play a really wonderful game against Liverpool. Even though people have been trying to diminish the Chelsea performance in the Liverpool game, with the saying that Liverpool were under strength, but I do believe that we still had to do our job. But those the three midfielders, that is Lavia, Enzo, and Moises Caicedo, inverting from right back, really did a good job. So in midfield, it's going to be Enzo and Romeo Lavia. Those two should be able to, have their way with the ball, and on the defensive phase be able to cover the defenders. So uh, that's the midfield, and the front four I believe now is going to be Noni Madueke is going to play on the left. There'll be no surprises there. Pedro Neto is going to play on the right. Those two have been tremendous in the last few games, and may they continue with that form. Cole Palmer, after a really wonderful game against Liverpool, I do expect another good performance. Don't just show up for one game and then disappear. So Cole Palmer is going to play the 10, and Nico Jackson is going to start at the striking position because there's no one else at the moment. We can't keep a lot of pressure on Tyrick George, who's not even a striker, to start up top in a big game like this. So Nico Jackson is going to start up top. The good news from the press conference that Enzo Maresca did is that we expect to see Mark Gill back on the bench. So I believe the days of seeing Tyrick George, Pedro Neto at striker position is well and done now. So Nico Jackson plays up top, and for this one, may Jackson just keep playing your game, and whenever you get an opportunity, just maintain your composure and let's get the goals early. So that's the lineup that I will choose to go for the Newcastle game. It's going to be a very tight one, and may we be clinical in our chances, because Newcastle aren't going to give us a lot of opportunities in terms of chances. So the limited chances that we do get, we need to be very clinical with them and be able to get the goals so that we can continue to climb up the table. Uh, so I'm going to go back a bit to the form of the teams that in our current battle for the Champions League places. We do have a very very good opportunity here, because as we speak we are currently 4 points away from Arsenal in second, and as I did mention some few videos back that it's not being too over ambitious and it's not being too greedy of myself to imagine that Chelsea could make second place. So it is there in our hands. It'll admittedly it'll still need for Arsenal to lose 2 games, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, because their 2 next games are Liverpool at Anfield and Newcastle at the Emirates. Both will be difficult games for them. So we just need to do our job. Uh, Starting with Newcastle today at 2 p.m. Let's get the job done early, and then now we can move forward to Friday night against Manchester United at our final home game of the season. I believe the crowd there shall be rocking, and the good thing is if we win this game and even get a point, or since I'm being ambitious with second, get another win at against Newcastle at Stamford Bridge, uh, we are going to be close, if not second, by that time. So uh, that is my predicted lineup and my slight predictions of the near future for Chelsea, and hope it gets done. As for the game, I do anticipate a tough game, so my prediction is simply going to be a 2-1 victory for Chelsea, and that victory should enable us to be able to, you know, climb up to third, put a 3 point gap between us and Newcastle, and I believe a point ahead of Manchester City. So 2-1 victory is my prediction, and maybe Chelsea get the job done. So that's where I'd like to close the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please enjoy your Sunday. And I do hear, just as a by the way, I do hear that Arsenal Fan TV are in the country. That is Robbie Lyle and one of their members. So to all the guys that will be joining them, may you enjoy yourselves. That was just a by the way. So I'd like to close the video from there, and I will see you guys tomorrow with the review. What we might probably still get it today, depending on how the evening goes. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy yourselves. Smile. Be happy. Take care. Bye.